Well, good morning and welcome to today's edition of Phenomenal Fridays with Mrs. McCoy. Today's December the 18th, 2020, and today's a B day. Here's an opportunity to recite the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It's time to nominate our phenomenal staff members this week. We have a lot, and I'm excited. Let's get straight to it. Firstly, I do want to make sure everyone's on the same page regarding the protocol for nominating staff members. We received nominations from parents and scholars. To access the link, you may visit our school website. This is a picture of how you access the link. You click right here, and it will take you to a survey. In the survey, you include your full name, you explain why you are nominating the teacher, and describe the impact the teacher has had on you and or your peers in complete sentences. And I didn't add it here, but I would also appreciate once you type your information, you go back and you proofread it so that we can be very clear about what and why you are trying to convey to us about this special staff member that has impacted you and your peers, right? First up, we have Miss Tripp, Year 3 ELA. She makes English fun for everyone. ELA is hard and difficult. She tries her best to help her students. In person, I know that she walks around the classroom to help if her students need help at all. She is also hilarious most times. Miss Cronin, Year 3 ELA. She makes sure you understand work and she is so kind to all of her students. She has never been mean. That's why she's one of my favorites. She's nice and she is caring and cares about you and your work. Miss Bass, Year 3 Social Studies. She helps us with work and she makes sure that we understand what she's talking about or teaching. She's very fun and a great teacher and gets the job done. Miss Meikle, Orchestra, for giving us a place to perform like we would if we were at school for the winter concert. I miss playing music for people. Miss Stokes, band. My scholar has been doing so bad in band. Virtual band is incredibly hard. Miss Stokes has been incredible. She has not given up on my son. She has been amazing in parent-teacher communication. She has managed to get my scholar back into the love of music. We still have a lot to do with my son, but she has my back. This is a stress reliever for me as I work nights in labor and delivery. My scholar hasn't been doing well in this virtual, but Ms. Stokes is a life preserver in this trying time. She is our teacher of the week, and she deserves the whole school to know how amazing and great her work has been for my son. Miss Carnes, Year 3 Individuals and Societies. She goes over the assignments with us and always finds a way to make learning fun. Miss Navarro, Year 3 Math. She helps a lot with my work and others. Miss Patterson, Year 1 Science. Miss Patterson works with me to keep Taylor on track. She deserves recognition as far as we are concerned. We appreciate all the help we can get. Mr. Dare, Language Acquisition. At the beginning of the year, Mr. Dare did a good video on what students would have to do to keep up in his class. He communicates beautifully with parents when kids are not participating. He also has consequences for kids when they don't participate, but it's also fair about giving students a chance to redeem themselves. Teaching a class like Spanish when so many students turn off video and don't participate much would be very difficult. Somehow, he keeps his cool and doesn't show anger, just handles things matter-of-factly and moves forward. Miss Kelsey, Year 2 Math. She explains the math concepts and work well to students. Miss Kelsey is helpful and understanding to her students. She makes herself available, especially during her office hours. Miss Kelsey was my seventh grade teacher, She always makes me feel safe and always supported me, and she talks to her students like we are her children, and she is like my school mom. Miss Bess. Miss Bess does her best to make sure everyone understands the assignment. She does a really good job explaining things and understands that everyone learns in different ways. Miss Bess makes learning math fun, and I really enjoy her class. All right, let's give a round of applause to these teachers of the week who were nominated, and congratulations. All right, It is time to continue our recognition for our Trojan Scholars regarding those of you who demonstrated persistence. Last week we did persistence as well, but we're continuing persistence because everyone is being persistent in their effort to close out today. After today, we get a break. It's going to be winter break. So that's why we chose to do 2 weeks of persistence because everyone's trying to push through, including myself. All right, let's go ahead and recognize these scholars who have been demonstrating persistence, which means they are giving their personal best. They see all the way through to the end. They're thinking outside the box. They have a positive perspective. They take that feedback given to them by their teachers, maybe even their peers, and they apply it to their learning. They set goals and crush them. They move forward toward making sure they meet all of their goals. It may be behaviorally, it may be academically, it may be their social emotional goals. Whatever goals they have, just know they crush them. All right. So these are the type of scholars we're about to recognize. First, we have Elijah McClain from the comments. Jazari from the comments. Jazari has, I'm sorry, let's go back to Elijah. So we have Elijah, who is an outstanding scholar, mainly because of his positive attitude, great sense of humor, and desire to complete every task to the best of his ability. He is always engaged in the lessons, asks questions for clarity, and assists other scholars without being asked. Right, Jazari. Jazari has done an excellent job adjusting to virtual learning. If needed, she will ask for clarification, and she has the desire to do well academically. She is extremely focused and makes smart, productive choices with her time so that assignments are completed by their due dates. Okay, now the Voyagers. First, we have Alexander. Alex is very persistent. He always does his best and is willing to overcome any challenges presented to him. Felicity. Felicity has been averaging 5 to 6 Dreambox lessons every single week. Last week she completed 23. Wow, great job, Felicity. From the Bobcats, we have Brianna. This student is very persistent and has an amazing work ethic. She is spirited in the Bobcat way, which is being fierce, focused, and strong. Next, we have Kevin from the Jaguars. Kevin is a scholar who is persistent with making sure he stays on top of his assignments. Kevin takes advantage of his mistakes by making sure that all of his assignments are turned in and completed in a timely manner. If Kevin is not doing well in class, he takes the initiative to make sure he asks his teachers for assignments so he can get the work completed. The Jaguars teachers are very proud of our student of the week. Sabrina. Sabrina is a scholar who works very hard to maintain academic success. She sets goals for herself to be a high achiever and makes sure she continues with her goals each quarter. Sabrina continues her persistence doing remote learning with staying engaged and participating. She continues to show growth by accepting positive feedback and setting goals for herself. The Jaguars teachers are very proud of our student of the week. Next, we have Samira from the Tigers. Samira is a new addition to the Tigers team. Since her entrance on our team, she has shown us multiple characteristics of an EGMMS scholar and a Tiger scholar. Samira is persistent in ensuring she is completing her assignments within the allotted time frame or early. She attends office hours and consistently shows us 100% engagement 100% of the time. Samira's persistence is valued and appreciated. Camden. Camden shows persistence in his online learning. Though Camden is quiet, he is doing something that we all should strive to do as educators and scholars. Camden reflected on his quarter one grades and is putting a greater step forward to ensure he is successful in quarter two by personal and school standards. Camden does this by being persistent. Through his persistence, he is growing daily as a scholar and an individual. Next, we have the Wolverines, and the first student from the Wolverines is Tati. Tati is an awesome and determined academic scholar who is attentive and actively engaged in the classroom. Tati has a strong goal-oriented drive and often goes beyond by attending online office hours every week, logging into class early, or staying later as she works towards earning better grades. It is with great pleasure to recognize her for her self-discipline and responsibility. Jared. Jared is very determined and works real hard in all of his classes. He is often asking questions on how to improve his grade and uses that to improve. He is constantly working on how to become a better student. From the Mustangs, we have Uriel. Uriel stays on top of his assignments and manages his time wisely to complete his assignments from both the East and West Coast. His hard work is evident as we watch him grow as a student. Uriel is doing a great job. He never gives up on himself, so we know he will always do well. We are proud of you, Uriel. Anaya. Anaya is steadfast in her work ethic. She is present for class, whether it's online or in person, and she always completes her assignments to the best of her ability. She's a leader in the classroom and she persists even though we know some days she would rather not. We appreciate what Anaya brings to all of our classrooms. We are proud of you, Anaya. Congratulations to these scholars who are nominated from their teams. Next, we'll celebrate the scholars who were nominated from electives. First, first we have Hermina from broadcasting, and we have Rayshawn. All right. Congratulations to those two scholars who were nominated from their elective teachers for being persistent as well. And that kind of wraps up our nominations for Trojan Scholars of the Week, not only for this week, but for the year, guys. Wow, 2020 is almost coming to a close. Therefore, we're at the last day before winter break. How exciting! Happy holidays to everyone. I hope you all stay safe and that you just enjoy being around family. I know it's been rough, guys. It's been a challenge, but here's our opportunity to be grateful that for one, we are still able to be surrounded by our families and enjoy the time. As you are present, I do want you to know that and when we return, our schedule has shifted. Perhaps you've already heard of it, but you can visually see here that when you return from winter break on January the 4th, everyone will be returning to virtual learning, remote learning. No scholars will enter the building, and your teachers will give you very clear instructions around what is going to be expected after winter break. So we'll give you all those details, but for now, be safe, enjoy your winter break, and I will see you all in 2021. How exciting! Take care. We love you all, and we can't wait to see you back soon. All right, have a good one.